Once there was an old queen whose king had passed away some time ago. Before the king had passed away, they had had a beautiful daughter. The old queen, fearing that the daughter might grow up to be alone, betrothed her to a king from a faraway kingdom. When it was time to send her on her way to her new kingdom, the queen packed everything that would make a royal dowry and packed it all upon 2 horses. One for the waiting maid that she was sending along with her, and one for her. The one that the young queen was going to be riding, his name was Falada and could speak. Before sending her on her way, the old queen pulled out a handkerchief and took a knife, sliced her finger, and placed 3 droplets of blood on the handkerchief. 1, 2, and 3. Then she handed it over to the young queen. The young queen, looking at her with eyes of sorrow, took it from her and placed it in her bosom. And then her and the waiting maid were off. Once they had traveled for quite some time, the young queen became thirsty and asked the waiting maid, when they were passing by a stream, "Get down from your horse and use the golden chalice that you have brought for me to scoop me up some water, for I shall drink, for I am parched." The waiting maid looked at her and said to her, "You are not my queen, and I have no intentions of serving you. If you would like to drink, go get it yourself." The young queen got down from her horse, bent over the stream, and scooped a handful of water and started to drink. As she was drinking, she replied, "Oh heavens," and the 3 droplets of blood replied to her, "If your mother only could see, oh, how her heart would truly weep." Paying no mind to this, the young queen got back up and remounted Falada, and then they continued on. After traveling for quite some more time, the young queen became thirsty again. Not remembering how the maid had responded the first time, she once again turned to the maid when they happened upon a stream and said to her, "Get down from your horse and use the golden chalice that you have brought for me in order to fetch me some water so I may drink, for I am parched." The waiting maid looked at her and responded more harshly this time, "You are not my queen, and I have no intentions of serving you. If you would like to drink, you can get down from your own horse and you can go over there and drink." Taken aback, the young queen got down from her horse and went over to the stream, got down on her hands and knees and drank from the stream. As she was drinking from it, again she replied, "Oh heavens," and the 3 droplets of blood replied to her, "If only your mother could see, oh how her heart would weep." And as it replied this, unbeknownst to her, the handkerchief fell from her bosom and floated downstream. As she was walking back to the horse, the waiting maid, who had saw this and felt that now she was helpless, said, "Stop. I think, you know what, that Falada would be better suited for me, and you shall ride my horse. And better yet, you shall give me your clothes and you shall take mine. And if you were to tell anybody about this and not swear to the heavens on this, then I shall kill you right here and now." Falada, witnessing all of this, looked on with peering eyes, and the young princess, or young queen, agreed in order to save her life. After switching clothes, the waiting maid hopped onto Falada, and the young queen hopped onto the other horse, and they continued on their way to the kingdom. Once they arrived at the kingdom, the young king greeted them happily as they arrived into the courtyard. He's so excited to see his new bride. When he got down there, he greeted her happily, and the young queen just stood there by the other horse and waited in the courtyard. The old king came out and noticed the young queen right away, and went up to the fake one, the waiting maid, and asked her, "Who is this that you have brought with you?" The waiting maid replied to him, "Oh, she is no one but someone that I had found along the way. Can you give her some work to do so that way she's not just standing there?" And the old king, not having any work to be able to give her, remembered that he had a young boy named Carl who tended the geese in the morning, and decided that the young queen could go and help Carl with this task. And that is how the young queen became the goose girl.